Hello, my name is Poiuymew and welcome to a new series here on the channel. In this series we are going to be diving right back into the EU4 Anbennar mod. For those of you that might not know, Anbennar is a total fantasy overhaul mod based on worlds like Dungeons and Dragons. So it has magic, it has different races other than humans, such as elves, dwarves, and goblins. It has totally new religions, new mission trees, new nations, new everything. It is an absolutely fantastic mod, and if you want to check it out for yourself, the link will of course be down in the description. This is truly one of the greatest mods that has ever been created for EU4, and I am super excited for this series. So, in this series, we are actually going to be playing in the new world of the mod. So, there's an entire continent, actually there's two of them, in here that are called Eordand. And the regular kind of like Europe is over here. But unlike the base game, you don't just sit around in the new world for 150 years and wait for the Europeans to show up. No. There is entirely new content that you can fully enjoy here without just sitting around. Because I know that I can't stand playing in the new world in the base game because it's a lot of just sitting there. But here it's going to be much more active. Now we are going to be playing as the nation of Einsagg right here. We are a small coastal nation, and we have just recently come to hold these provinces on the mainland. Now, a big thing about this region is called Eordand, I believe is how it's pronounced, is that it is currently in a bit of a religious upheaval. So if we look at the religious map mode here, you can see that there are 4 different courts. So there's the winter court, the autumn court, the spring court, and the summer court. And then there's also the Eordand, I think it's Eordand religion. Now Eordand is a religion that's balanced between all 4 seasons. So what happened is about 1,444 years ago, essentially a big thing happened. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that's interested in lore, but a big thing happened in the New World that led to the Day of Ashen Skies. And this continent was almost entirely populated by elves. We are kind of elves. We're called Ruinborn from some of the stuff that happened. It messed us up, but we fled over here into this forest, which was controlled by the Fae. And so the Fae kind of converted the elves that fled in here to their religion, but eventually the Fae got bored of them and kicked them out. And so when they were kicked out, these different religious branches started to split off. So each of these 4 courts believed, or I guess they should say they focused more on each of the 4 seasons, while Eordand, they still believe in the balance. So we are playing as an autumn court nation because, I don't know, I like autumn. That's my favorite season. So that's what I decided to go with. And Einsagg has semi-recently come into power as the leading autumn court nation, but no one really believes in them that much, so we are going to have to prove to everyone around us that we are the best. Now I think for the most part that covers all of the backstory. Let's take a quick look here at our nation. So we are Ruinborn administration. So for those of you that don't know, each race in the mod has a different administration and different military, and they each get bonuses and some penalties. So like for us, we get plus 20% domestic trade power, minus 20% improved relations, minus 10% institution spread, but plus 5% admin efficiency. And our military means we have minus 10% morale of navies, minus 10% national sailors modifier, but we have minus 30% land attrition and plus 10% shock damage. So that is pretty good. Now, if we look at Einsagg's ideas here, boy oh boy, are they something. So we start off with yearly navy tradition and fort defense, pretty good. And then our first idea on we unlock is plus 10% infantry combat ability. Absolutely insane. Then we get production efficiency, construction cost, movement speed, core cost reduction, diplomatic reputation, morale of navies, and finally we'll get plus 20% naval force limit modifier. So we have some pretty strong ideas, and we also have completely unique missions. Now you might be looking at this and going, well, that's not too many missions. Well, once you form Eordand as a tag, when you unite a lot of the region, you get an entirely new set of missions, and there are a lot of them. And what's super cool about it is that the mission tree changes based upon what religion you form it as. So winter court, autumn court, spring court, summer court, and Eordand each have a different kind of mission tree when you form the nation. So I mean, this is replayable like 5 times and you'll have a completely unique experience. So that is super cool. But we are, of course, going to be focused on spreading the goodness of the Autumn Court. Oh, okay. I think that covers almost everything. I almost forgot. Religion. So, Fey alignment. This is based off of the Buddhist mechanics in the base game. So, the Unseelie Court gives us +2 national unrest, +100% stability cost modifier, +15% spy network construction, +10% movement speed, and -10% fire damage received. And the Seelie Court is +2 national unrest, +10 trade efficiency, +100% stab cost modifier, and +10% goods produced. Oh, actually, that was incorrect. Not based on Buddhism. It's based on the Muslim mechanics, is what it looks like here. So I think that covers just about everything. Let's get our estates all set up. So we're gonna go for some oversight here. We want the missionary strength eventually, but we can't afford to convert the one province that is not of our religion at the moment, so we will hold off on that for a bit. No reason to drop our tolerance for no reason. I do want private trade fleets, please. Yes. Let's go ahead and give generous quest rewards out. We can always revoke some land. Prestige 30, local autonomy, and a claim. I don't know, I'll hold off on that for a second. And this is the mages. And so we will be doing this once we revoke land. We'll be giving that out. Now our starting ruler does start off as a powerful mage. So we have the ability to cast realm magic and study magic and make our ruler a war wizard. We're going to hold off on that. You don't want to do that until you need them, because war wizards have a habit of dying pretty early. Now, if we go to the studying magic, we can actually check on this tab what we're good at. So we're really good at transmutation magic, and we're pretty good at divination, and everything else is okay. So with our level of transmutation, we can do the Rite of Conception, but more importantly, we can actually do enhance ability. So if we go to casting realm magic and transmutation, you'll see that we could do enhanceability, but you can only do this every 5 years, and I believe it's 5 years after the game starts. So we'll have to make sure that we do that, because that can increase your ruler stats. So that's pretty nifty. All right, I want to see who is willing to ally me. Well, they hate me, so sure, I will gladly take the claim on them. Now these guys right here, they also have a powerful mage leader, so we do have to be careful about what they're going to do. There's actually a lot of powerful mage rulers in the area. Let's see, who can we get as allies? We can have one confirmed ally, Eiordand. Alright, you know what? We'll take it. Now, our kind of whole deal in the early game is, well, consolidating our area, obviously, but also going at the Winter Court. The Autumn Court and the Winter Court do not get along very well. Everybody kind of sees the Winter Court as the bad guys. Truth be told, we're kind of the imperialist bad guys, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna make sure that everybody follows the Autumn Court. Let's go ahead and rival these guys back, and we are going to rival Iadith as well, because we want their land early on. Now we're gonna need more than one ally, preferably, but actually it does not look like people are interested. These two nations over here who are Autumn Court, they were placed there by a crusade. So we will go ahead and improve relations with them, hopefully to bring them into the wars against the Winter Courts. Now let's go ahead and move our troops over to the mainland, and let's begin to protect trade in this trade node. Now there is a nation up here in the north that is able to raid coasts. Oh, maybe not? I'm pretty sure they can. I'm like 100% certain they can. So I don't know if they unlock it later or what, but we do have to keep that in mind. Now, each of the nations here have their own kind of missions, even within the same religion, so that's super cool. Oh, I forgot to go over that we are, in fact, a seer bag. Scar bag. Well, okay. We're a religious government. I can't remember the name right now. Let's go ahead and choose Money. 551, okay. Knowledge is power. Yeah, sure, knowledge is power. So border tensions. We gain a claim right here. That's perfect. We were gonna get a claim there anyways. So let's see. Who do you end up allying? Just you, huh? And you have allied too many people. Yeah, we can't deal with that. But we can prepare to go to war with the guys up north. That's not who I wanted to go at first, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers. Let's make sure that we are in position to do so. Let's go ahead and make Einsagg a war wizard. So war wizards are unique, as you can see. Their pips are based upon their stats. So if you have a 6 military or powerful mage that you make into a general, through specifically this tab, you have to do it through this tab, you can have up to 11 shock pips, I think it is. Maybe it's 13. And you can have like 7 siege pips. It's insane. So mage rulers are very, very good. And I'm hoping to eventually switch over to a mageocracy, so that way we can have mages consistently. Because I do want to kind of dive into magic in this playthrough. Haven't been able to do it so much in the other ones, and this whole region is very magical. So that's what we're going to end up doing here. Now we do have an advantage that our capital is on an island, so we do have to make sure we keep naval superiority. Otherwise we may find ourselves in a bit of a tough spot. So we can already complete a mission. All we needed was 100% of the force limit, and we are over that. So these are times of crises uncounted. Our autumn court in Dorkert, raised by the Pitar, and the endless advance of the Snekboth, that's the winter people, and the hated winter on our lands, and more threaten the preservation of our autumn. The legions must be assembled if we are to withstand the charge of seasons in these dark times and return to the sanctity of autumn. So that gives us a permanent claim on a province we already had a claim on. Or no, it's right here, Dorkert. It's pretty nice. And we get plus 5% morale of armies and minus 5% land maintenance modifier. So we are going to go ahead and attach them. Now, when I look here, do they have a... They do not. So I think we're actually good to just declare war. Just right off the bat, I am not going to call my ally in. I should be able to absolutely smash them. No problem. So just like that, we are going to go to war. And we are going to actually scorch this province. Unfortunately, we don't have any combat ships. And so I think our ships are going to take a bit of a beating. Let's grab an admiral. They are going to retreat at the first moment they can. No point in losing them right now. And then we're not actually going to stay on this fort. We are going to move in and stack wipe this army. Hopefully we roll high enough. Yep, they're backing off, so this will be a stack wipe. Oh, what? Did I not? Oh my goodness, I didn't actually put my general on there. Oopsies. My bad, everybody. My bad. That's kind of embarrassing. I'm sure it'll be fine. Should have been a stack wipe. Should have been. So now we'll move back in. We'll wipe this 6k now that we have everybody together. There we go. Say goodbye to their armies. And let's begin our siege of this fort right here. Now we should be able to outdo them. Let's throw a defensive edict on just in case. The main problem is if they go and try to land on our capital. That's what I would be worried. Alrighty, and that's them taken care of. Now were these guys... I should have co-belligerized these. That was dumb of me. I mean, I'm sure we'll annex them anyways, but like, that was foolish. Undoubtedly. Alright. And that should just about be the war taken care of, if I'm going to be completely honest. Now, we do have to be careful with expanding too fast, as we will need to develop an institution or 3 or 4 or something like that. So we got to make sure that we're ready to do so. Now, if we look here, we're currently at -5. Yeah, let's actually go, yeah, a little bit further in. More than a stomach ache. So I think that's our ruler. yes, is now an obsessive perfectionist. I didn't know you could actually get an event like that. Okay. Cool. Eordand has declared war upon Wraithal. Okay, that's fine. Let's go and occupy a couple provinces here. It looks like our ally is going to take a chunk out of one of our war enemies, and that's okay. I suppose they're allowed to do that. Just kidding, they're not allowed to do that. And we can't currently get there. Let's engage, and... oh, that's a level 3 fort. Alright, and that should be the war, just completely done. Power of a war wizard, of course. 7,000 troops. We're going to want to make sure we scale up in size sooner rather than later. That's 42, 42% of aggressive expansion. Sorry, that was... wow, I couldn't decide between overextension and aggressive expansion. I would like to take this province as well, just to make sure it's cut off, so... gain some sailors, very nice. But I don't know if I want to sit on the fort there for very long. Would you be willing to give me these? You would not, because I don't own a fort, of course. Well, then we shall help to siege this down. Maybe if we're lucky, he'll leave it for some weird reason. I don't know. Then we just have to be ready to jump onto No Firm. Where are you sending all these troops? Why are you going out to sea? Don't go out to sea. Yeah, we do unfortunately take a loan there. That's okay. We will instantly pay it back with this war. Wow, he's fast. I should have moved my good general. Okay. Now, you should be willing... you will not. Well, okay. Then this is going to be the peace deal. We take 60 ducats. And thank you for playing. Have a nice day. Boom. Now, the original plan was to go at Idith here. But since they got such a strong chain of alliances, I don't think that's the best plan. Hopefully we can end up getting an alliance with those guys. But now we have lots to core. Just like that. And then we need to decide what to do with this fort. I think we delete this fort. I don't know if we need it later on for a mission tree or whatnot, but I can't really afford 2 forts. And this one is just in a much better position. Yeah. So let's go ahead and destroy the castle on the coast. And then we can get our guys back to protecting trade once again. Alright, so we can now bring our guys back together. We can set a new rival, which is going to be... I mean, he just makes the most sense. Despite the fact that it may be dangerous for us to do so, he does make the most sense. Now, we should hopefully be making some money. Nope, we're still losing money. Let's bring everything together and let's make sure to take our leader off the army. We'll go ahead. We will repay the loan just because I really don't like having loans. It just makes me feel nervous. Alright, and we might be still over by 1, but once we state everything, then we will be good. So we'll lower the army maintenance for now. And we will add another rival. Wow, we have lots of options. Let's go for Yell Coal. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, a pretty easy war, if I might add. So let's start to build a spy network up on the north. Now let's take a look at our mission tree and see what we might be missing. So we do need prestige of 30. I can do that instantly. I need to fully annex this country. That might take a little bit of work. And I need a port over here. That'll also take a while. So we are going to be waiting on our mission tree for just a little bit here. Except for that one, which I can instantly go over to the merchants and demand that they give me some prestige, which will complete Golden Acres. So, blessed by autumn, our lands are by far the most beautiful of all of Eordand. Shimmering glades of yellow, orange, and red, our forests are likened to that of lavish sculptures wrought of gold, copper, and rubies. This beauty is marred by the scorches of warfare and the defilement of invaders. By necessity, we must protect our forests and lands. If we can prove that we are worthy of autumn's grace, our cause will inspire warriors, domestic and foreign, to join our cause to defend our golden acres. What is more beautiful than the sight of our wonderful autumn trees secure with the faint ringing of practiced swordplay? This gives us 1 base manpower in Einsagg, and we get plus 20% local manpower modifier, plus 10% local defensiveness, and 10 army tradition. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, our floor. Let's start the conversion process here. So we'll flip that over from defensive to enforcing religious unity. All right. So the reason why the Autumn Court and the Winter Court are kind of at each other's throats is that the people up north are semi-nomadic, and they'll migrate down into Autumn Court territories during like the winter when it's too harsh to live up in the frozen north. And so the Autumn Court is very upset about such actions and called a crusade against them, which might be a bit of an overreaction, if I may say so, but who am I to judge? So, Echoes, you're kind of close to being an ally. Let's try and grab you. Not because I want to keep you, but because I'll sacrifice you in a war if I need to. I don't want to lose stability, so I won't. It's that easy. And we actually have an unassigned merchant that I just completely ignored. Sure, we will collect from down here. We'll probably make like what? 0.0001. Yeah, we don't even make anything, but it's the only place where we can put a merchant, so might as well. I guess we can flip it over to improve relations, just to make sure we don't have any coalitions spawning up on us. Speaking of spawning, it looks like the rebels are not happy with what we have taken. So let's bring our army maintenance all the way up. We will show them the error of their ways. Now, I think I might need to break my alliance with Eiordand after I take out Gelkal. I think that's my plan here. Alright, and we will not have naval superiority in this war, which is kind of scary. Because once again, if they go land on my capital, there's not much that I can do about that. Alright, we will continue to do stuff with our diplomats that is more useful, such as getting more claims. If you look at that, these guys are only allied to Gelkal. And that is 30% war score and 40% war score. So we could full annex both nations in one war, potentially. Potentially. That would be coalition, if that lets it happen or not. Now there is some super cool stuff in the mission tree that I'm really looking forward to. Like there's a mission in here where it changes the culture of like 90% of our provinces over to our like accepted culture, which is super cool. I really think that's a good idea. Kind of shows the crusade happening, because that's really what's going on. Just have to wait for our opportune moment to move to the south, and it may be sooner rather than later. Let's make sure we have, yeah, they are set as important. It's tempting to move at them. If we look at the coalition map mode here, we do have some AE, but it's not the end of the world. But if we could take a chunk out of Arakaprun, we probably wouldn't be able to get a full annex off when it comes to AE, but we could isolate Iodith here, which is good, and it would also take out one of our biggest threats, especially if we can grab this province. Oh, we will get so much more trade power, so much more. But we'll have to see if we can do that. That would be kind of a tense war. I'm not sure. But what I am sure about is that we need to state these provinces. Yes, please. Give me the states. Thank you very much. That means we are now making money. 0.89 when we're also converting. And we do have some army force limit available, so let's go ahead and build one more infantry. Because infantry is what we are going to be very, very good at. Now, when it comes to idea groups and stuff, we are going to need to take either expansion or exploration. I'm really not sure which one I want to go with yet. but I also want to try and do the quality innovativeness policy combination, because you get plus 10% infantry combat ability from quality, and the quality innovative idea. Alright, sorry about that cut. Just some very loud noises happening all around me. Of course, when I start recording, that's when it happens. But yeah, so as I was saying, quality innovative can get us an additional plus 20% infantry combat ability, plus 30% total with their ideas. Very strong. That's what I want to go for. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that 10 prestige as well. I think that's a good idea. And we have fully improved with Elkos. That's probably how it's pronounced. And they are friendly, so let's throw them an alliance. So we have created a bit of an alliance chain here of ourselves, which is why I don't really want to go to war here, because it would break both of these alliances. And so I'm thinking we might move south in the next episode. Obviously, we still have to deal with the rebels and all of that, but after that, we are good to declare another war. So let me know down in the comments below, do you think that we should move down to the south and take on Irek Kaprun, or should we move north into the Winter Court and take out Gelkol and perhaps Riot Crab? I don't know. I think this name is so funny. I love it. Also, let me know if you're excited for this new series. I know that there's a lot of great content that's going to come up. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're in a new part of the world. I am super excited. But that is all the time that I have for today. Thank you for tuning into the first episode, and I hope to see you in the next one.